like for African Americans, we kind of have to. The idea of race was created in America because of slavery.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so because of that, you know, we can't say that we're from Sudan. We can't say we're from Nigeria.
It's definitely a little difficult here. You know what I mean? Like being
Yes.
from a different country, I think it's nothing like being from the United States. Being from like America, especially being black, it's totally different.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I can't try to put myself like, you know what I'm saying? And sorry about that.
Nah, you good.
I can't really put myself like in people's shoes that were, you know what I mean, that have ancestors here. You know, especially like black like African Americans and stuff. Because I'm from a different country. You know what I mean? So it is different. It is different. So I don't want to like, you know what I mean, like it's a little tricky. So you know, I don't want to just speak on it being from like an African American standpoint. But you know you can.
I mean, to be honest with you, that's one of the reasons why, you know, that's really what our roots were originally from. Like, you know, Africa, and you know, in Africa you could identify what country you were
from a specific country.
Whereas if I were to take a DNA test, brother, my sister took a DNA test. She had like 15 different African countries.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You know,
it's a little
like,
like,
so it's like
you're searching for where you're from, but at the same time you're still like kind of just hanging there.
You
know
can't
what I mean?
really. The only thing you really can identify as is just African American.
Exactly.
Are we good? Yeah. Okay. You're listening to the Sports Cycle on 105.1 Live. I'm your host, and today I have the pleasure of interviewing Omio Hassan.
Hello.
The Sports Cycle. My goal is to my aim actually is to educate you and inspire you through athletes' personal achievements. Thank you, Omio, for coming on the show, brother.
Thank you so much for having me, man. It's an honor.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, when did you first fall in love with sports? Because before you were a kickboxer, you were into soccer. I feel like soccer was your first love.
It was my first love. And to be honest, like I'd have to admit that it's still my kind of first love. You know, even though like it's not my career path, right?
Okay.
But your first love is always gonna be your first love, you know. So that's a sport that I'm always gonna hold like very, very close to my heart, and I don't think any other sport is gonna take its place. Even though, you know what I mean, like I've switched path from like participating in it, but you should see me like when I'm watching soccer, I don't miss a game. You know what I'm saying? Like Barcelona is my favorite team. I don't miss a game, man. Like they can be losing all the time. I'm still watching every single game. But like it's just it's a very fun sport, and it doesn't take much. You know what I mean? It doesn't take anything. It just takes a ball, and that's it. You can start playing, and it's very, very popular. It's obviously the number one sport on the planet, and that's our dominant sport in Sudan. I obviously grew up in Sudan, so I started playing it. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm gonna admit something. You know, brothers here in America, we ain't really into soccer.
No, I get it.
So like for you, what makes soccer just such a beautiful sport? Just educate the people real quick. Why is soccer to you such a beautiful sport?
To me, it's very beautiful because it's very creative. You know, it's like very, very creative. I think the problem in America with soccer is like, I remember when I was in middle school. I remember like, you know, I was friends with athletes. You know what I mean? I was friends with like everybody, but you know, I had like the closest friendships I had was with athletes, and they played football. Like, you know what I mean? They're African American as well, and they knew me for playing soccer. And I remember one of them saying like, the reason why I can't watch soccer, I don't like soccer, is because it takes so much time to score just one goal. You know what I mean? And I think that's what America's kind of focused on so much, because you guys are used to like your two top sports is football and basketball, right? And you know, like you can have a score in football like from 15 to like 40 or 55, you know, and in basketball even more.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So you guys are a little bit, I think, just used to the fact that there's always scoring. But to me, that's what makes it so beautiful. A goal can come out of nowhere. Like a goal can be scored in the like first 15 seconds, or it can be scored in literally the last second, like the 91st second, like extra time. You know what I mean? And it's that anticipation, because you know what I'm saying. Like you don't have games that end like 50 and stuff. You can have games that end in 1-0, games that end in 2-0, 2-1, 3-3. You know what I mean? But like it's around that range. Anything like past three goals, like you're getting blown out. You know what I mean? So like when a team scores a goal, it's like, imagine like going like 45 minutes or 55 minutes of there's no
No
goal, and all of a
score.
sudden out of nowhere, boom, somebody does something spectacular, like a beautiful shot right in there. Imagine the explosion of the stadium. You know what I mean?
It
Like,
would be amazing.
amazing, man. Like, 'cause you're
Absolutely.
waiting. You know what I'm saying? There's shot. Like, people were taking shots. Like, balls are like hitting the crossbar. The goalkeeper is having amazing saves. You know what I mean? It's getting so close every single time, but you don't know when.
You
And
don't
then
know
when somebody
when.
just out of nowhere, man, like puts it in the top corner from far. You know what I'm saying? Or does something spectacular, or just like dribbles through past like five or six players and chips the goalkeeper. It's like the anticipation, and when you see it happening, it's like, wow. And then obviously like the stuff that's in between that I also think that Americans don't really pay attention to is the skills.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
think that's
the
interesting.
controlling the ball, the you know what I'm saying? When somebody like crosses the ball to you, like switches the field, we call. So like one guy from one side of the field passes the ball long, like high, to the other side and you see somebody control the ball like a magnet. You know what I mean? And you're used to playing soccer in the neighborhood, and that's so difficult. Controlling the ball like that, when somebody crosses the ball to you and you see it like it's hanging in the air and it's traveling, and then when it's coming to you, it's very hard to control it. You see somebody do it on TV like his foot is a magnet. It's not just about the goal, man. It's just these little things Americans, if they pay attention to it, man, like they will absolutely fall in love with this sport. And I feel like Americans are increasingly like liking it more.
Yes, I do believe it is, because we're seeing different cultures embracing the soccer.
Yeah.
We're seeing that. But I'm not gonna lie to you, football used to be about that.
Yeah.
Football used to not be about just scoring 40 and 50 points. I blame Madden.
Yeah.
I blame these analytics.
Yeah, analytics
that have totally changed the game. Quarterbacks, they basically laying out the pillows and they putting blankets over the quarterback.
Yeah.
But the one thing about soccer, what do you think about? And just as an American, just watching soccer, it just seems like people sometimes they fake their injuries.
They fake. Okay,
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up
that's
with the
something
fake?
that's true. That's something that's very. They don't fake the injury, but they or exaggerate the foul. Why? Because they want an advantage, right? Especially when it's a hot game. Like we're talking about like in the World Cup, we're talking about like the Champions League semifinals, quarterfinals, finals. You know what I'm saying? Like if you make a mistake, the player wants to capitalize on that. Like the player wants you to pay for it. He wants you like to either get a red card and get sent off, or get a yellow at least. And then you be very, very careful. Now, like the slightest like tackle, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're very in danger of getting a second yellow. And if you get two yellows, that's a straight red. That's why you see a little bit of acting, a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Strategy, man. Like they're not hurt. They know exactly what they're doing. Man, playing soccer like with 11 men and playing soccer with 10 men, completely different story. Because think like the sport is so much like it relies so much on fitness and cardio.
Yes.
And there's no like the difference between it and basketball and football. For me, also, like another reason why it's. You know what I mean? Like, it's a special sport. Like, there's no breaks.
A lot of people be out of breath.
There's no breaks. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not fit, you're going to be very, very out of breath. I can tell you that, man. Like, but there's no breaks, man. Like, once the ref, like, blows the whistle for the start of the game, like, there won't be, like, many stoppages. Only if somebody gets injured and, if somebody gets fouled or whatever, like, play resumes within, like, a couple seconds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Imagine being a player down in that huge field. The game becomes a lot harder, but for the other team it becomes a lot easier. So that's why you see a lot of like they exaggerate when they get hit a little bit. It's not that you know what I'm saying. They're soft or not. They're not soft, man. Like you know what I mean.
Oh no,
like,
I don't think they're soft.
They're not soft, but it's like a strategy. It's a little different. You know what I mean? Like in soccer, man, like you do the slightest thing, you get sent off. In football, man, you see people like swinging at each other, and then you know what I'm saying. Sometimes people, like nothing happens, or they just get a flag or something. Like big like collisions and stuff. But in soccer, man, it takes nothing. It takes barely. It takes just you touching the guy, and then you might get sent off.
Interesting. So I already can tell, man, you're passionate about soccer, man.
Yeah, man. It's a beautiful sport, man.
You said that it's your first love. So why did you transition to kickboxing from a sport that was your first love? Right.
So I was playing soccer for a while, right? I've been playing soccer since I was a very little kid. Played soccer, played through high school, and I had gotten an injury, right? Like at that time, I was a big fan of like combat sports. Period.
Okay.
Like even before thinking about like should I like partake in this or not, I was a very big fan of it, and it was particularly due to Anderson Silva. I mean, let me give him the credit that he deserves. You know what I'm saying? He is the guy.
Is he the GOAT? Is he the GOAT?
For me, he is.
Okay.
For me, he's the GOAT. And we can talk about that later if you want to.
Absolutely.
Discuss it, because I have a point of view like about that as well.
Okay.
But so I was a big fan of it because I seen Anderson and like I seen the stuff that he does, and I only seen that in movies, man. Like what is this? This is real?
Yes.
Okay. And then I had gotten an injury. I tore my ACL, my right ACL, back in 2017.
Oh, wow.
I was playing soccer, and there was a tournament coming up, and I had torn my ACL completely, man. Like, and that was one thing that I thought like that would never happen to me, because I see it like that would happen to athletes and stuff. I'm like, man, it's such a devastating injury, but you know what I mean? Like I don't see that happening. I don't get injured, man. I've never even had surgery in my life. You know, I've never even broken a bone. You know what I mean? I think I might have either broken or dislocated or like just I don't know, like dislocated or something had happened to my nose when I was a very young toddler that I kind of remember / don't remember, but other than that, never even broken a bone, nothing. And I had torn my ACL, and then going through that emotionally, because it's really it's like when you tear your ACL, it has nothing to do with it's not physical, man, at all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it takes 6 months. Yes, you have to like learn how to walk again from the beginning and all that. I went through all that. It's absolutely like, it's insane, man. Like I don't wish that upon anybody, but it's really like emotionally, man. Like not being able to jog even for like a good 5 months. You know what I mean? For 5 months you can't even jog, let alone play soccer or play basketball or play the sport that you like. And it's just like, what do you do with your, especially for somebody like me, dude. I wake up, I go to school, I come back, I play soccer, I do my homework, I watch soccer, and I go to sleep, and I repeat that. Wow. I had school.
It was an obsession.
School and soccer, yeah, it was an obsession. It was an absolute obsession. That's why, like, you know, I was able to like develop my skills like very, very well. Even though I was never involved in like an academy when I was like a little young kid, I wasn't involved in anything. I just played like in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? But you know, I developed very, very good skills. You know, like. Not the best, you know, in Greensboro or anything like that, but I'm well known. I'm well known for like playing soccer. I was well known for playing soccer in school, middle school, and high school. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was popular for. I wasn't the most popular kid, but like people knew who I am. You know what I'm saying? And nobody had a problem with me, and they were cool with me because they saw that I played soccer. You know what I'm saying? And they really liked it. And yeah, man, I tore my ACL and I went through an emotional just wreck, man. Like I've never been like emotionally hit like that before ever, and I until now I have never had that again happen, and so that kind of like made me a little bit like fall out of love with it just a little bit, just for that time period. Yeah, because I got injured playing soccer, you know what I mean, and it's like you know what I mean, like it's just, and then during that time I start focusing more on fighting because there's nothing to do, so I'm watching it more. You know what I mean, and that was the time period where Conor, you know what I'm saying, it was Conor really, yeah, it was the Conor McGregor, not just the Conor McGregor, but it, like, together, combat sports together, even the Triple G versus Canelo, yes, you know what I mean, all that was like in that time period, like the 2017, even the like just the talks and the rumors and everything, and just all combat sports together it was really like going upwards. It was like increasing. It was getting very, very popular, and I was paying attention. And I've always liked it, but I've never thought about like partaking in it until that time. Then I started thinking about it. Man, I don't know, man. Like I've seen that there's this gym, this Octagon MMA, you know, on Guilford College. My brother told me about it. You know what I mean? One time, like I don't know, man. Like should I get that shit? Let me just go in. You know what I mean? Let me just go, like, you know what I'm saying? Like see how it is, because I do kind of like it. You know what I mean? And when I got better. The first thing that I did, well, when I got better, the first thing that I did was I went back home to Sudan, because I usually go back every two years, and my rehab was done in May exactly, and that's when I usually travel. May of 2017. May of 2018. So I tore my ACL August 2017. Okay. Then I got surgery in October 2017, and then the rehab took all the way to like early May. Or like late April. 2018. Okay. Yeah, so 2018, like it was time to go to Sudan. My brother was getting married, and I was already like, you know what I mean, gonna go there anyways, because I always go there every 2 years. I need that break. You know what I mean? And so as soon as I got better, I went. When I came back, first thing I did when I come back, I went to Octagon, and I started training. I joined the kickboxing class, and I just started going at it. You know what I mean? Just going at it, going every single time. You know what I mean? I had my very first sparring. You know what I mean? Like, didn't think that fighting was like that. You know what I mean? I've always like felt like I was a fighter at heart. You know what I mean? I've always.
Because you had a lot of soccer fights, probably.
Nah, more like genetics, man. More like family. Like we're not like fighters, but we're like, we're known, like my family, especially my dad's side of the family, we're known to have this like kind of, I want to say like courageous, but that's not the right word. It's like they call us like hot-headed, but not in a, like, you know what I'm saying, in like in a terrible way. Just like people who like it doesn't take like a lot for them to be sparked. You know what I mean? Like they were always ready to like go. They were always ready to argue or fight, or you know what I'm saying. We just had that confidence. And I've seen it like it's a pattern because they tell us stories about our grandfather and how he was. And then I had my great uncle who passed away in 2018, I think. Yeah, it was in 2018. He passed away in 2018. He had that very, very much so. And then I had my other two uncles. One of them, not so much. The other one was a very nice guy, but then my dad had that. And then I've seen that I've had that too. It's just like a little mental mindset thing. Not like you know. We don't like to get in fights. We're very, very kind, man. Like the most generous people.
Absolutely.
But there's just something about like, you know what I'm saying? Just it's in us. It's in us. You know what I'm saying? Like if we see something, we're not gonna shy away from it. So I've always had that, like even as a little kid. But I never really understood it. I just thought like God made me the way that He made me. Like He makes people different.
Right.
He just made me like with those like characteristics, and that's just what it is. But I've seen a pattern, and then when I started getting into fighting, I started thinking about that more. Like, yeah, I feel like this is meant to be. You know what I mean? Like this is meant to be. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. There's no violence, like, you know, in my past or anything. You know what I mean? Like I'm a very like. You know what I'm saying? I've never really been bullied before. Like I've been like, you know, somebody would talk smack to me, right? Yeah. But I've always been the one to like bark right back, like furiously, and that's always been a trick to always like turn it off. Because I don't know if you notice that, like when it comes to bullying, man, like a lot of it, man, it's just here, man. It's just hard. You know what I mean? Like for example, if you get a bully, right? The bully doesn't really want to fight, man. He doesn't want to fight. Like I've seen it. I've partaken in it. I've seen it happen in front of me. It's not really like they don't really want to fight, man. But if you give them a little bit of weakness, they'll take that in, and you know what I'm saying. It'll build up on them. But if you stand your ground and you tell them like what's up, and you tell them let's go right now, it's a different story, man. They're not trying to fight right there. They're not about that. And I feel like that's been a part of why, like, you know, I've never really had like any conflicts with like anybody, even though I've had that in me. Like I told you, it's like a genetic thing.
Do you feel like it was also because you had brothers? Because you had brothers who, you know, you might have been fighting.
Yeah, I have got one brother. He's the nicest guy in the world. Like my brother is, for me, the nicest person I've ever met in my life. But I've also had my ruffles, you know.
Exactly.
Like
brother. You know?
But like we would get back, you know what I'm saying? We'd be cool with it like a second. So it was nothing like. Yeah, like we would, you know, get into it just like any brothers would, but not. I feel like not like other brothers. You know, just a little different. So that's why, like, I felt like this was like meant to be, because it's like I've never even had any hate in my heart or anything. Why did I pick this to be my passion or my, you know, my career choice now and stuff? It's just because I love it, man.
Wow.
It's just passion. It's just I love it. I've seen it. I liked it. Seen Anderson do his thing, you know what I'm saying? I've seen Canelo and Triple G and Jose Aldo as well. Jose Aldo is also like a big influence on me. It's Anderson, and for me, it's Jose Aldo, like right behind me.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, I mean, just straight passion. That's it.
So last question about soccer. So when you felt at a low with soccer back in 2017 when you first had the ACL injury, did you ever think back, this is what I want to do at all, or were you totally finished with actually playing the sport?
I wasn't finished with playing the sport, but I was kind of finished with pursuing it. Like before, like I was kind of like still pursuing it. Like I still like felt like, you know what I'm saying, I can make it. You know, it's a little difficult playing soccer in like America. In America, it's very, very difficult playing here, man.
Why? Why is it difficult?
Because it's not such a focused on sport, right? Like Americans don't really focus too much on it, right? There are academies here and there, man, but it's completely nothing like Europe, man. It's completely nothing. Like if America would focus, like if we focus on soccer at least evenly,
Like
as they do basketball or football, man, like this country would have won a World Cup a long time ago. Why? Because this country is made up of foreigners, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like this country is straight foreigners. Like it's a straight foreigner. Like nobody's from here. You know what I mean? There's so many foreigners here, man. And foreigners, they bring that with them. Just like I brought it with me. So many other foreigners that come from different countries. You know, they've been playing soccer there, so they bring it with them. They don't want to stop it, but it's not focused on, man. Like if you wanna pursue it here, man, you need money. You need you need finance.
But I'll tell you what, we definitely don't focus on it because our men's team is trash.
It's trash, but there's so much talent here. But it's not being used. It's not being like they're not pursuing them.
Yeah.
They're more pursuing the academy players that are developed through their academies. But you need money to play in those academies.
Yeah.
The best players in this country, man, have no money. The best, the best talent in America when it comes to soccer, man, like they've got nothing. Their parents have nothing. You know what I mean? They can't afford to pay no $3,000 a season for them to you know what I'm saying, partake in like clubs or academy and stuff. You know what I mean? So that's why you see more of the higher upper class, you know what I'm saying, like children that are, you know, going up to the youth system or to the academy system.
You know
but
what?
The talent is here, man.
You know what? I totally get what you're saying. Because actually, I want to talk about that when it comes to the finances.
Yeah.
Because we don't see that in soccer or in baseball. Because you see, baseball used to be the brother man sport.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, you know, people have argued over time that it's been the money. You know what I mean? The investing in the bats, the helmets, the field and everything like you talked about was even soccer.
Right.
But in Sudan, how much money did it cost to actually play soccer, if any?
Zero, man. It don't cost no money.
It costs zero.
Oh, it doesn't cost any money. If you've got talent, you're gonna make it. You know what I mean? In Sudan, if you have talent and you have passion and you have persistence, you gotta be persistent. That's something that we have a problem with in my country when it comes to sports.
Interesting.
Nobody's persistent at it, but it really is a bigger picture. There's a bigger picture to it.
Okay.
Because of our culture, kind of. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Our culture, like our parents, I want to say, right? So our parents, our guardians, they're very focused on you going to college, you getting a good job, you taking care of them, you taking care of the family, you getting married. You know what I mean? Like that for them is number one. That for them, they don't care about sports. You know, they people have passion for soccer. They have passion for sports. Like, you know what I'm saying? They absolutely have it. But for their kid to partake in it and to pursue it and for them to pump, you know what I'm saying, resources for them to actually make it, man. Like they're not about that. And that's something that, you know, once I make it to the next level in this fighting thing, hopefully. Inshallah, we want to say in our religion, inshallah, which means like, and if God is willing, inshallah, if I make it to the next level and I get to where I want to be, right, and I get it and I become as big as I want, that's one thing that I want to go there and I want to make sure that I establish in my country. You know what I mean? I want to get rid of that. I want to get rid of that thought, man. Like this thinking that you gotta go to school to be successful or make money, or it's not about that, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm in school right now. I'm gonna graduate in May, and
congratulations.
Thank you so much, man. And I can tell you, man, like school, very, very, absolutely great. You know what I mean? It's a very good opportunity for you to, you know what I'm saying, find a career, and most importantly for me, education. I've always thought that, you know, I was gonna go to college, not just to get a job or nothing, you know what I mean? I'm not really focused on it, but to get educated, you know what I mean? But you don't really need it, man. Like, you know, if you have something else that you're in love with, whether it's a sport or something, just, you know what I'm saying, that has nothing to do with school, that, you know, you just want to go on a different path, man, pursue that. Pursue what you love. That's what you're gonna become successful at. It's not what, you know, others are kind of like telling you to do, like your parents and stuff. Do what you love. If you love soccer, if you love boxing, if you love Muay Thai, kickboxing, basketball, whatever, you know what I mean? And you're in that country, you're in Sudan or whatever in the world.
Yes.
Pursue that, man. Like, pursue that. But it's like, it's hard for them to do that because they're getting that thought and that idea of you got to go to school in their head since they're very little, since they're very, like, young, you know, toddlers. So they don't have the capability yet for them to, you know what I'm saying, be able to, like, say no, you know, like, no, I want to do that. But that's the thing that what, like, If I'm able to, I want to go back to my country and I want to instill that. I want to preach that. Like I want to tell everybody, you must let these kids do what they want. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna starve, man. Like nobody starves, no matter how bad situations get. You know what I'm saying? In third world countries and in African countries, you know what I mean? Like nobody's starving, man. Of course, there's people who, you know, like are doing a lot worse than others, right? Nobody's starving, man. That's all media. Nobody's starving. People make it. People are united together there more than here. If there's somebody who needs food, man, like they will get him food. If your neighbor doesn't have anything, you know what I mean? If he has nothing, but he's just got a little bit of food, right? He'll split that food in half to make sure that you eat. If you've got absolutely nothing, if you have no food to eat, so nobody's gonna starve. They need to, like, you know what I'm saying? Take that mindset off. Pursue what you love. Do what you want to do. And I feel like that's where you're gonna see more people like myself, or, you know, making a little bit like bigger strides in different sports.
Well, you know what? There was something there that I really caught my ear when you said that's the media that portrays. Why is it that the media portrays Africa as a starving continent?
Right. Before I answer that, let me tell you something. The media is the most powerful weapon on the planet. You know that? More powerful than any atomic bomb or any nuclear bomb or anything. The most powerful weapon on the planet is just straight media. It's what we're doing right now.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's devastating, man. Like if you play the media, you know, to do bad, you're gonna do a lot of bad. You know what I'm saying? That being said, I don't know, man. Like that's something deep. That's something deep in politics. That's something deep, you know what I'm saying, in power. Who wants to stay in power? Who doesn't want, you know, who wants who to rise up and who doesn't want who to not rise up? You know what I'm saying? Who wants to keep a third world country as a third world country, or a continent as a, you know what I'm saying, a continent at the lower level? All of that. It's very, very complicated. For us to try to answer that right now, it will take, you know, like days. Forever, yes. It will take days, you know what I mean? But it could be a lot of different things. But what I can tell you, it is not like it's portrayed in the media. Absolutely. Ask any African that you know. Any African. We know a lot of Africans here in the States.
Yes, absolutely.
A lot of Africans.
I went to Nigerian church.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of African friends and a lot of African people, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot have a lot of respect for them all. You know what I mean? And ask any of them. Bring any of them in here, man. They'll tell you it's not like that, man. It's not like that.
You know what I think? I think just when it comes to the media point, I'm going to move on.
Yeah.
I personally believe that there needs to be a balance of media. Kind of like here at 105.1 Live, it's black-owned media. Derek Watson is the founder of 105. Nice. I think we need to have media that represents truth.
Right. You know that's what I'm saying. Like media, as long as it's the truth, man, that's it.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? And if you want to like over exaggerate something here and there, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody.
Exactly.
If you just want to do it to be creative, you know, just to put a little just to make like the media spontaneous, you know what I mean?
Exactly. And
not just full of just factual things and all that. But just make sure it doesn't hurt nobody. Just make sure it's not, you know, used for bad.
Yeah, I think the main thing with the media is they need to create stories.
Yeah.
Okay, but you can tell stories. You can tell people's personal stories. That's one of the things. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing this. Yeah. Okay, I want to promote people's personal stories and their journeys.
Yeah, I love it.
You know what I'm saying? Very, very so I want to be able to give athletes on when they come on 105 to tell their personal.
It's awesome, man. All right, I really, really love what you're doing here. I remember like when I first saw you on Facebook, and I saw, you know what I mean, like that you're like interviewing fighters and stuff. I was like, who's that? And then I've seen another interview. I'm like, wow, man.
Thank you, brother.
Like, that is so awesome, man. Because you see it, other people are doing it, right? But in other places, not in Greensboro, you know what I mean? Or not in our tried area or whatever. For you to be, you know, you're like the very first person to do this, right? Like, for fighters, I think here in Greensboro.
I think so.
You know what I mean? So, very, very awesome, man. I absolutely love it, man. And I feel like, as time goes by, you know what I'm saying, and as these fighters, you know, your fighters like Theo and all these guys, you know what I mean, like as they're growing, you know what I mean, like you will grow with them, because I'm sure that they're gonna be back here again. I know I'm gonna be back here again.
Thank you, brother.
As long as you're having me on.
Absolutely, always.
But yeah, man, absolutely fantastic, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, speaking on that, the last time that we talked, you also talked about not only that your love for Sudan and your people, but also their support for you
Oh,
in this
absolutely.
process. Speak on
Yeah.
the support.
I have to
that
give him a
you've
shout
had.
out, man. Like
Yes,
I
sir.
came here and I was like, if there's one thing that I've got to make sure that I shout, my people out, because out of everybody who supported me, man, like in my fighting journey, they've been absolutely like tremendous.
Mm.
Like since the very first fights, like as I started posting it on social media, I was getting so much, support and feedback, and people messaging me and friend requests here and there, you know what I mean? And then every time I'd have a fight, it would grow until uh, that uh, that Aiden Chester fight, the
championship fight.
the championship fight. That championship fight exploded, man.
Wow.
And I had a feeling that it would, because first of all, the timing of it was perfect, because at that time Sudan was it was in the middle of revolution, right? We had a president that he was a dictator, obviously. He was in power for 30 years, and he's been like doing very, very bad things, horrible, just destroying the country. The country was just going downwards and downwards and downwards and downwards. So finally, a revolution happened in Sudan at the end of 2018. So December, I want to say 19 or 22nd. It's one of those days of 2018. That was the very first march or the very first protest, and then it just sparked fire. It was like you sparked like a little flame like next to a barrel of like gasoline. You know what I mean? Just exploded, and then the whole country just followed. And then there was you know what I'm saying? There was the movement. And then I think in April 2019 is when they finally were able to overthrow the president. But then there was still problems, because now who was going to control the military and all that, and there was still protests, and there were people dying, and there was a bad incident that happened in I want to say June 2019, Ramadan. It was the end of Ramadan. Eid was approaching. So Ramadan is our month of fast. We fast for a whole month, and following that it would be Eid, like two days before Eid, right? Now the biggest protest site, the biggest campsite, was in the middle of the capital, and it was at the military headquarters. You know what I mean? Because it was a big space, and then it was to make a point, because the government was like controlled by the military mostly.
Right.
Mostly, like 95% of it was controlled by the military. So that's why they staged a protest there. Humongous protest.
That's so dangerous. That's
humongous. And then, you know what I'm saying? They stayed there for a while, months here, you know what I'm saying? Like celebrations when they kicked out the old president, and you know what I'm saying? Singing and making sure this just to make everybody feel positive and to continue on, right? 2 days before Eid, man, there was a massacre that happened. Like the military, you know what I'm saying? I guess they just had enough or something. They cut out, first of all, the first thing that they did was they cut out internet from the whole country. There's nothing going in and there's nothing going out. There's no signals. There's no nothing. We couldn't speak to
North Korea.
Yeah. So we couldn't speak to our people for a whole month. For a whole month after that, right? So they cut out all communication, right? And then they just massacred them. They massacred everybody, man. Like they started killing people. Like they say, like I don't know, like what they reported as the deaths to be like 500, 1,000. Man, it was thousands. There was no 500 or 1,000, bro. It was thousands of people who died, man. Like, but they just they kind of hid their bodies. They burned some, and they threw some in the Nile River. They threw some in the Nile River. They would attach to the body, like to the feet of the corpse, right? Big bricks of cement, and then they would toss them, right? Just some of them, maybe like one or two of them, right? Like, I guess they didn't tie it on well, right? And then if it floated up, the bodies floated up, right? They found them. They found the bricks attached to their ankles. You know what I mean? So it was like, it was for everybody to see. You know what I mean? It was all there. You know what I mean? Just to show you like the bad stuff that can happen in the world and how obvious it can be, but there will be no interference from like, you know what I'm saying, the United Nations, or like, you know what I mean, people who should have stepped in and controlled everything and held people accountable. You know what I mean? But they didn't hold nobody accountable, man. The people who did that, they're still, you know what I'm saying, they're still in charge. They're like the people who did that. They were I think they call them the Special Rapid Forces or something like that. That's the translation in English. They're not a part of the military, but the previous president who was overthrown, that he kind of introduced them. Why? So he can protect his regime. They gave him power and weaponry and everything and money and you know what I'm saying. But they're not a part of the military. But they've gotten so powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like they have a say. You know what I mean? They have a say now, and they're intertwined with the military. Now they're like kind of a part of it. So they're still like the people who did that. They're there now. You know what I mean? With their military, you know what I'm saying, badges on, and they're patrolling the city, and they're pretending like nothing is happening. And the people who are in charge right now, the guy who's in charge, right? He's still in control. Like he's still in control. He's not the person in control officially of the country, but he's the one who has the power. Because when you have the like weaponry, you control everything.
Yeah. Even
though you know what I'm saying, it's not official, but it is, man.
How is your family and close friends? How are they dealing with situations that just hit?
Everybody was very, very sad, man. Like the saddest times. I think the saddest time of my life. You know what I mean? And the whole country was devastated. But the most important thing, and this is something that I'm so proud of my people for, and you know what I'm saying? I praise them so much because they just stayed positive and they just pushed through it. Even though it was such a bad thing, but they were like, nah. You know why? The people who kind of like started out the protest, the people who were on the streets, the people who were basically like they were the whole movement. It was them. Those people, man, you know what the average age of them was? 24. It's 24. It was the young people that caused all this. It was the young people that protested. It was the young people that kicked out the old president. It was the young people who were camping out next to the headquarters. It was the young people who died. The young people who got shot. The young people. It's the young people, man. And I commend them so much and I praise them so much because they stayed positive. Even though through all that, you know what I mean, they stayed positive and they pushed through it and they said no and they demanded justice until, you know what I'm saying, the government kind of had to, you know what I'm saying, they had to make things kind of official, right? And then the interview that I did when I won my championship, I did a video right after the fight ended. I made sure that I give them praise for it. I make sure that I tell them to stay positive, you know what I mean, to keep pushing until we get what we want.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Because that's something that, you know, like I felt like I wanted to give something. You know, like everybody was watching it from like the United States. Everybody who was watching it from the United States, like Sudanese people who were watching it from the United States, like they were so anxious, like they wanted to do something, but we're so far apart, right? Like those people in Sudan, like they're actually taking action. They're on the street, right? They're in the street. They're actually doing it. But we're here. The only thing we can do, you know what I'm saying, support them with money, finance, and we did. You know, people raised a lot of money and they pushed it on to them to make sure that they continue. You know what I mean? But it's like it still wasn't enough, man. Do you feel like it's not enough? Like I want to be there, man. Like I want to be there. You know what I mean? And I felt like there's something that I wanted to do. You know, I wanted to give. And I was like, that's the perfect opportunity. The perfect opportunity came out of nowhere. A perfect opportunity, man. It was almost like from God.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Even the title fight kind of came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? I was supposed to fight Jordan. You know what I mean? I was supposed to fight Jordan Fox because I had fought him.
Yes.
In July.
In a split decision
It was a very shady,
controversial.
Man. Very controversial. Hey,
I watched that fight.
Yeah,
now.
go back to the fight and listen to how outraged the commentators were, right? And for me in school, right? It is.
I mean, he did land good punches, but like the commentators said, it's a kickboxing match. Yeah. It's not a boxing match.
Yeah, and I just outlanded him, right? And I did more damage, and you know what I'm saying? His punches, I was rolling with him, but just the strike ratio was you know what I'm saying, was a big gap. Like I was landing like four kicks to one punch. I landed four kicks to one punch. So the ratio was you know what I'm saying?
And he was gassed. He was gassed. I mean? He was the one the commentators, if you listen to that fight, it's Fight For It on YouTube. Yeah. The commentators like, look, you can obviously see that Jordan Fox, he's running out of breath, okay? Like Omar is doing everything he can to like he's kicking him and you can see the red, you can see all that. Yeah. But then obviously we see the decision.
Yeah, and it's not something that's just happening to me, right? It's happening to everybody.
Yeah.
It's like it's happening at the professional level. So how can you even you know what I'm saying, make a big deal out of it? The amateurs, right? Like we're just the amateurs. bro. Like for me, like to all the fighters that are watching this, man. When you're fighting, you have to go the Jorge Masvidal route now, man. Like, especially as an amateur. When you become professional, maybe you know what I'm saying. You can a little bit, you know what I mean.
You still got to do what Jorge did to Ben Askren.
You got it. Like you got to go in the mindset, man. You got to finish the fight, man. And if you don't finish the fight, you'll at least put a dominant display, right? But you can get robbed, man. You can dominate. You can clearly win
Roy
the fight,
Jones
and
Jr.
then a guy maybe landed here and there on you,
Yeah.
but you clearly won, and you can get that taken away from you through a split decision, right?
Yeah,
and
or they just give it to the other guy, like Roy Jones Jr. or Floyd Mayweather. Arguably the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Got a bronze medal in the Olympics.
Yeah, bro. Remember the when he fought Canelo? Remember that?
Yeah,
remember the schooling? Remember, I don't think I've ever seen anybody in boxing get schooled like that. Like Mayweather, like he schooled.
He embarrassed him.
He schooled Canelo.
He
He told Canelo, like, listen, man, this is a different level. He schooled him from round 1 to round 12, right?
Yeah.
One of the judges, I don't know if you remember the scorecard or not. I think it's Adelaide Bird, the most controversial judge.
Wait, Adelaide Bird?
She scored it.
Oh my God.
Yo, she scored it a draw.
But she's done it before.
Draw, man.
But
And then she did it again. She done it to Triple G, right?
G.
Against Canelo again. She scored it. I think it was 118 to 110.
Yes.
When Triple G won the fight.
He won the fight.
Okay,
Yeah,
if you want to make it like as he won it by a round or two, okay, or you want to have it dead even, okay, it's you know that's not the right call, but you know what I'm saying? Okay, fine. But to have it 118, 110, like that's a washout, man.
That's a money.
That's a washout. That's too obvious, man. That's criminal. That's like you're obviously trying to like rob this guy out of something, right? So, anyways, that happened. They don't really like. It bothered me for just a little bit, but then I just moved on from it. I was like, you know what, man? I'm gonna just keep on winning. I know I won it. It doesn't matter. He knows he lost. He knows he lost. You know what I mean? Like he knows he lost. I know I won. Everybody who's seen a fight, like basically besides those judges, know that I won. So I didn't really, you know what I'm saying? It didn't really bother me.
That's what Marvin Hagler said when he fought Sugar Ray Leonard in 1987.
Yeah.
He said that Sugar Ray went to him and said, "You won that fight, man."
Yeah.
That was the last fight. That was actually the fight rest in peace to Marvin Hagler. He just passed away. That was his last fight against Sugar Ray Leonard, and you know the whole controversial. That's one of the reasons why he left the sport because he wasn't as recognized. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Like mentally, man, it can be very, very challenging to go through like to things like that. But so I lost that fight, right? But I feel like the promoter a fight for it. He kind of knew like that I beat him, right? So he basically told me like, okay, I'm gonna give you another fight. If you win that, I'm gonna give you a title fight after, right? And I was supposed to fight, right? And so I got an opponent, right? And the next fight for it, we were supposed to fight, and the fight
was it one?
It was okay. Yeah, it was one. So the fight was supposed to happen, right? And we're like literally like in the locker room warming up, and we're about to go out. You know what I'm saying? Some complications happened with like Juan. He was like health wise unable to continue, right? And Juan is my guy, man. Like that's one of my good friends. I absolutely love him. You know what I mean? And the fight just didn't happen. It was so close. I went backstage to his locker room, and I talked to him, and I was like, don't even worry about it, man. Just make sure that you get through this. Don't even worry about this. And he was very upset that he did that, and said like, damn, man, I really wanted to fight. I'm sorry, man. Like, I'm sorry that you know what I'm saying. He was just apologetic. I told him, don't apologize for nothing, man. Like, I just worry about getting better. Just worry about staying focused. And I just want you to promise me. I just want you, you know what I'm saying, to make an effort to not stop. You know what I'm saying, like because it's a very challenging sport and everything. But continue, man, because you've got talent and all that, right? And then the fight fell through, and then the next fight for it was the one that was the 23rd of November. So the one that I fought in. So
against Aiden Chester,
Chester,
who I've interviewed before. Aiden Chester, he's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a very good guy, man. Very, very nice person. So, my coach at the time, he was talking to the promoter and stuff about matching and stuff, and he was like, and he had told me the promoter told me, he was like, since I promised you that I was gonna give you a title fight if you had won this fight against Juan, and the fight kind of fell through and it's not your fault, I'm still gonna give you the title fight. was like, thank you very much.
That's amazing.
So it was supposed to be against Jordan. It was the whole time I'm training, it's supposed to be against Jordan, right? Because it's the rematch, I beat him, let's do this. It's supposed to be against Jordan. A week, or I think a week and a half before the fight, my coach tells me that they said that Jordan had a falling out with his coach, or he got hurt or something. I heard a couple different things. You know what I mean? But he's not gonna fight anymore. I was like, really? They were like, yeah. I was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm fighting. I told my coach, hey, it's still for a belt. Tell them to find me a replacement, whoever it is. It's still for a belt. I didn't even care about him anyway because I had already won. You know what I'm saying? Like I already know that I won, and the fact that everybody knew that I won. You know what I'm saying? I already put it at to like rest. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to do it for myself and for the people to show them like, man, listen, I didn't school this guy, but Aiden stepped in.
Aiden Chester.
And then the fight happened, and then
it was a great fight.
So it was my best performance to date right now.
Wow.
My best performance to date, man. It was, I don't know what it was, man, but I remember thinking like in the locker room or just the day of, like I remember thinking like when I arrived and I waited, and I was like he's not taking his belt from me, man. Like he's not taking his belt from me. You know what I'm saying? Like especially what with what I had to go through since my last fight, my next fight falling out, I get robbed, all that. I was like he's not taking this from me, man. Like I just had this mindset. I remember going into this fight, like I'm not, like you're not touching me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna do whatever. Not touching me. I'm not getting tired. Cause I remember, like that's for me saying something that like at the time that was like something that I really wanted to work on, because like from sport to sport it's a different thing. Okay. From soccer to fighting, it's a different type of cardio. You can have the best fitness as a soccer player, running down the field up and down. You come to fight, you're using different movements and different muscles. The cardio is just a little different for me, man, and I'm still working on it until this day. But I feel like
so it's tougher.
Slowly, like I don't know if it's tougher, but it's just it's different. Okay. Right? It's different. It's like you have to prepare for it. You have to build your cardio specifically to that versus this. Okay. And so that's been my challenge. And I remember like in that, throughout almost all my fights before that Aiden fight, even the Jordan fight, I got tired, man. Like I'm not gonna lie, I was still like I was swinging, and I was
I could see that the Jordan fight.
My output was still so much higher than his, but I felt inside like gas. You know what I mean? But if I could have gotten that like in check, if I had the cardio at that moment, cardio is not just the fitness, right? It's the nerves, it's controlling, knowing when to strike, when not to strike, like conserving your energy. If I had known the knowledge of all that, right, and you know what I'm saying, and also put in even much more work, in the gym to build up the perfect cardio, you know what I'm saying? I could take anybody out, man. I feel like I can take like at my weight class, right? At my weight class, if you get somebody my size, I feel like I can take anybody out. I truly believe that, man, and I'm gonna get to that level. And when I do, everyone's gonna see. Yes, like I can take everybody out, man. Like I feel like so I'm not the biggest guy, but I have sting. I've got like, I don't have freakish power or nothing, but I feel like I've got power. I'm capable, and I've got technique. And man, this is just the cardio, right? Yeah. That fight, the Aiden Chester fight, man, like it was just the mental side of it helped me so much, because cardio, like I said, it's not just fitness, but it's also mental. Right? It's also controlling your nerves, being confident in yourself, and being, you know what I'm saying? Like just knowing, like I'm not gonna get tired. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Knowing exactly what you want to do. You strike, you throw like combos. You take a breath. You know what I'm saying? You're like this is cool. I got this. And that was something that in that Aiden Chester fight, it was beautiful. It was right there, man.
It was beautiful. But the one thing that I noticed, especially from watching you fight in 2019 with the championship, when it comes to Aiden or the Jordan Fox fight. Yeah. Recently you've been fighting at Trifecta Fight Nights.
Yeah, you see me there, right?
And I've seen you there, and you've
boxing.
been boxing. You've been boxing.
I absolutely love boxing, man.
So explain your love for boxing, and also how those smoker sessions have helped you, and how are you planning to use that in your kickboxing career?
Those smokers, man, like they're so helpful, man. And I wanna commend your guy.
Daniel Edward.
Yeah, and you as well, because I know you also have a part of it. A part of it. I see you always there, right? So I want to commend you guys, man. It's absolutely like he could not have done like anything better as far as fighting for Greensboro or for High Point or for this area, because it's like it's not the amateurs, right? But it's something that can get you used to it, man. There's a crowd, right?
Yes.
There's an announcer. There's people speaking. There's lights. You know what I mean? Like it's such a cool thing, man. It prepares you, right? Especially for like somebody who's just getting into the sport, right? And I'm not a boxer, right? And that's something. But I've loved boxing so much, and ever since I've moved to Matrix MMA, you know what I mean? I know like they're very good at boxing, especially Todd, right? Coach Todd, man, he's fantastic. He's a very good fighter, period, man. He's a solid fighter, but his boxing is very good. And yeah, man, so I've been trying to work on my boxing. I feel like if I get my boxing up to where my kicks are, man, it's a different animal. It's a different story.
That's amazing.
It's a different story. So yeah.
I got you. So everybody, I've interviewed a lot of fighters at Matrix MMA, and I love Matrix MMA. Shout out to Matrix.
Yeah, shout out to Matrix.
They always show me love. But everybody talks about how Tom Monroe has helped them not only as a fighter but also as a person.
Oh yeah.
How has Tom Monroe helped you in your game and just being an influence?
Todd, for me, like I've seen, right? I haven't seen like a billion coaches, right? But I've seen like a good amount of coaches since I started, right? Like my ventures in different gyms, right? Like just being in a fight game. I feel like Todd is different than every single one of them. You know what I mean? Because it's like the way that he like teaches you how to do something or tells you to do something or just gives you his perspective. Like it's almost like he's not even a coach, man. It's almost like your friend kind of telling you. It's almost like your friend kind of telling you, But at the same time, you have respect for him because he is the coach. This is his gym, right? He is trying to help you. You know what I mean? He is the foreseeing guy, right? He's the guy who's planning out the like strategy, right? He's the like mastermind, say. But like the relationship between you and him is like it's such a like a friend to friend thing, man. It's such a like you can talk to him about anything, and he's always laughing and cracking jokes at this person, at that person. Very, very positive, man. And I feel like he's just different from all of them. He feels like he's just a friend. You know what I mean?
That's love.
Yeah, and that's so vital, and it's very, very important. For every coach out there, like to hear this and to know from a fighter's perspective, from our perspective, how we see it. You know what I mean? Like the respect goes up, right? You think like he was treating you as a friend and he's cracking jokes, like you think it's all mellow and you know what I'm saying, you don't gotta take him seriously. No, for me it's the opposite. It's like it increases your respect for him. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like he's giving you the friendship, you know what I'm saying? He's giving you your space, he's understanding, you know what I mean? He lets you say whatever, he lets you, you know what I mean, like input whatever, you know what I mean, like whatever you want to say, whatever, like it's all you can do, whatever you can say and do whatever you want. And he doesn't force you to do nothing.
He doesn't
force you to do nothing. Todd does not force you to do anything. You know what I mean? And that's, for me, it's probably the most important thing when it comes to coaching, period. You cannot force anybody to do anything. You're not going to have success like that. You can show them, you can invite them, you can tell them this is what you should do, this is what you need to do, and then it's got to be up to the fighter. If you want it, if this is what you want, and you actually want to be successful, and you want to win out there, because when you're out there, it's a team, right? But at the end of the day, it's mano a mano, man, or woman versus woman. Like you're fighting for yourself, man. Like you're fighting for your team or whatever, but like it's your face in there. It's your face in there. When people are watching you, they're watching you, right? Do you want it or do you not want it? You know what I mean? Do you actually want this or not? If you really want this, he doesn't have to push you, man. You don't gotta be on your head. You know what I'm saying? He don't gotta force you to do anything. He'll show you, he'll give you the path, he'll give you the help, any help that you want, and then it's gotta be up to you to take the opportunity. Wow. And for me, that's the only way to be successful, man. Like anything else for me, I don't think it's gonna work out. You might win a couple fights here and there. Right. You'll never make it to the top.
That's
interesting. You'll never make it to the top unless you've got some like bogus stuff going on or whatever. But you gotta want it, man.
Because the work will eventually show. If you put in the work, when you're in the ring, when you're in the octagon, you're gonna see. But if you don't put in the work, it'll also. Have you seen that? Have you seen like people who
absolutely. I've also seen it in myself too. You know what I'm saying? Like in my fights as well. You know what I'm saying? I've seen like where it's like, man, Like if I could have done this, if I could have done this and that in the gym, you know what I'm saying? If I'd applied just a little bit more, you know what I mean? If I would have done that, if I would have done this, I would have done better, or I would have done what I wanted to do, or you know what I'm saying? Things turn out a little differently. Like you see that even in other fighters or in yourself as well. You know what I'm saying? You can lie to everybody, man, but you cannot lie to yourself.
So,
you can't lie. You cannot lie here, man.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. So, kickboxing. So you're an amateur in kickboxing, but
Yeah.
kickboxing, just like soccer,
Yeah.
is not that loved or received as much as it should in America.
Yeah.
So, do you plan when you turn professional? Would you want to be a mixed martial artist or a kickboxer?
I'm gonna be a mixed martial artist. My
Okay.
goal is to do MMA,
Okay.
but I've seen Izzy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Israel Adesanya.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen his path, right?
Mm.
His blueprint.
Gotcha.
Genius, absolutely genius, man. That's why he's so much like the striking gap between the number one, which is Israel Adesanya, and then the number two best striker. You know what I mean? It's such a big gap.
Yes.
How is it such a big gap, right? Because of the path that he chose. He started out kickboxing. He started out doing Muay Thai. He spent so much time. You know what I mean? He's got more than 100 fights in it. He's got the most experience that he want. If he wanted to, from like the first couple of kickboxing fights, and he was doing MMA too, but only like here and there. It was like on the down low, right? Just because he had in his mind that his end goal was to do MMA. You know what I mean? But him and his coach, they drawn out a strategy, right? To do kickboxing first, to be so much ahead of everybody in kickboxing and striking, to when they eventually go to MMA, you know what I mean? They have such a big advantage, and their striking is just gonna be so much, you know what I'm saying, more advanced than everybody else, and then they're gonna have success and become champion and all that, and as you see, it'll turn out exactly as they wanted to do it. So I started out kickboxing. Not because I was like, oh, I want to do it. At that time, when I started, I didn't even know Israel Adesanya.
Oh,
you know
wow,
what I mean?
okay.
I knew him after I started kickboxing and getting into striking and getting into fighting, period.
Okay.
But when I seen his blueprint and I started paying attention to him, as soon as he like burst out in the scene, I seen him, when he got signed in the UFC, that's when I was like, oh, who's this guy? And then I started researching him. I was like, wow. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, so I'm already doing kickboxing now. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Why don't I do what he did?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he
And he's still so young in this
yeah,
game.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like he took his time. You know, he didn't rush it. You know what I mean? I was like, why don't I develop my striking so much that when I transition into MMA, you know what I mean? Like I have an advantage. I'll be so much smoother than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously I just have to get my wrestling and my grappling in, which is the hardest part.
It's a process.
Yeah,
like,
we're working on it. I've been working on it now for, you know, since last year. Ever since I joined Matrix, you know what I'm saying? We're not just striking in there, man. We're doing it all.
I love it.
You know what
I gotta see y'all wrestle. I've seen y'all scrap.
Yeah.
I've seen y'all box, but I
Yeah.
gotta see y'all wrestle because when I see like Jonathan Freeman,
Yeah.
shout out to Jonathan Freeman, Butterfly.
Yeah, Butterfly. Yeah.
When I see him, to me he's a natural boxer.
He is a natural boxer.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm
he's
like,
very
yo,
natural
brother,
boxer.
like, why don't you just go in as a professional boxer? And
Yeah.
why you gotta do?
He could.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying he could, but he's like, he just loves the sport.
Yeah, it's just about passion, man. It's about
It's
love.
just about passion. So but how has speaking about love,
Mhm.
how has your faith influenced you as a boxer and in life?
I've always been like a person who's close to their religion, right? I'm a Muslim. I've grown up a Muslim. I was born a Muslim, and you know, I take it very, very seriously. You know, and Islam for me, like no matter what happens, that like I'm always gonna feel the same way about it. You know what I mean? Like it's always gonna be like something that's not moved by something else. It can move other things for me, you know what I mean, or it could not. But I'm always gonna feel the same way about it. You know, to me, like that's the most important thing in my life. You know what I mean? My faith, and yeah, I don't think it's just fighting. I think it's or sports or whatever. It's just as a person. It shaped me out as a person to be, you know, the best person that I can be. Sometimes you get these thoughts that you want to do some bad things here and there. You know what I mean? Having good faith and having strong faith keeps you away from these things. It keeps you on the right path. And you know what I'm saying? It keeps you from hurting yourself or other people, your family, and all that. So, that's why I hold my religion, you know, at the top. To me, it comes first before anything else. If you see Habib, right? Habib.
Mm-hmm.
Every single year during the month of Ramadan, where he's got to devote himself to Ramadan and fast, there's no fighting. Don't talk about fighting. Don't ask me. Don't ask him to fight. You know what I mean? Don't call him. That's always been his like message. Like when Ramadan comes, it's Ramadan. I'm not fighting in Ramadan. I'm gonna take that time to devote to my religion. You know, you see him. He's that guy, man. Like he is such an inspiration, man. Like he inspires so many people, man. Because not only as a fighter, but how strong his faith is. Like how does a person have that strong of a faith? You know, when they're so successful, undefeated, you know, with all the power. You know what I mean? Like that guy holds the power right now. He holds the power more than Conor. Conor is just, he holds the money power.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like that's not everything. Money's not everything. You know what I'm saying? The person who holds, you know what I'm saying? Like the
spiritual
power, or just the fight game. Like this is my game, right? The guy who's like, the fight game is my game. That's Habib right now. You know what I mean? That is Habib right now. And
is he the greatest? Or is it like you said earlier?
To me, I'm always gonna have Anderson Silva as the greatest, right? And even though like I absolutely love Habib, Habib is like, you know, he's not only inspiration to me, like I said to everybody. I absolutely love him. You know what I mean? I would absolutely I would want nothing to do with it, but just to meet him, you know, just to speak to him and just to pick his brain, you know, as a fighter, as a Muslim, or as just a person. You know what I mean? But to me, when it comes to the greatest of all time, whenever I hear this discussion, right, the greatest of all time, but this guy did this, or this guy defended the belt this many times. Georges St. Pierre, he's never done drugs, he's never done this, he's never done that. John Jones, you know what I mean?
I love John Jones.
I love John too, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's not a lot of fighters that I hate. You know what I'm saying? Because I think fighters are unique in their own selves.
Absolutely.
Right? I don't even hate Kobe, you know, and Kobe Covington is like hated by everybody right now, right? I don't hate him, and I think he's a fantastic fighter, and I think his gimmick, his gimmick, you know what I'm saying, is something to elevate his status. You know what I mean? It's very like, there's too many people that are saying, you know what I'm saying, the guy is not like that. You know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes, he's the nicest person, and you see like videos that are behind like the scenes where fans are kind of taking where they're speaking to him, nicest guy ever. Right, so I don't hate nobody.
Okay.
When it comes to the greatest of all time, man, to me it's about how it's done. It's not about the record. I don't care about how many belts you won. I don't care if you haven't won any belts. You know what I'm saying? The greatest of all time in any sport, period. That's why I always say like Messi, and even in soccer, for me, is the greatest of all time. Right? He went to the World Cup. He didn't win the World Cup. You know what I'm saying? Ronaldo's went to the Champions League. He's got more Champions League than him, right? Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? He's been kind of knocked out from the Champions League, and his team has been kind of getting humiliated a little bit in the past couple seasons, right? To me, it means nothing. Why? Because it's just about the way it's done, man.
The impact.
When it comes to team sports, so I can put this to like rest. Nobody can win a trophy by themselves. I don't care how good you are. If you score 5 goals a game, and you've got a trash defense, they allow 6 goals a game. Did you win?
No.
You didn't win, but you dropped 5. You know how hard that is?
It's very hard.
It's very hard to drop 5, right? But so you're clearly the number 1 player on the planet, right? But your team didn't win the trophy. So it's like, but you didn't. You know what I'm saying? You didn't win this trophy. You didn't win that trophy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They always talk about that when it comes to Michael Jordan and
LeBron.
LeBron, he won 6, but did he win it himself? I watched the Last Dance, man. Scotty, when Scottie Pippen got hurt, everybody just started getting nervous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when his other half, you know, when Michael Jordan's other half got hurt and he was going to the disputes with his contracts and stuff, like they were nervous, right? So it's not an individual sport; it's a team sport. You can't talk about the greatest of all time and then talk about like trophies and he's won that, but he didn't win it. The team won it. You know what I'm saying? Like the team won it. When it comes to being the greatest of all time and the best player, it's how have you done it? You know what I'm saying? Like the way that you play, and that's when I talk about Anderson. Nobody's fought like Anderson. Not even Israel Adesanya, and that's the closest person to him. And right now, like Israel Adesanya for me is the person that, you know what I'm saying?
It's
like,
closest.
I'm like, I love him so much, man. Like I'm copying his things. I'm taking that guy as an inspiration, not just as a person, but as a fighter. Like I dig his techniques. You know what I'm saying? That's how much I like Israel. And Israel is not even close to Anderson. You know what I mean? Like for me,
another African brother from Nigeria.
Another African brother. Shout out Africa. We're taking over, man. We're taking over. We're taking over, man. Me, Goki, all these guys, man. Like everybody, we're taking over this thing, man. I'm telling you. But to me, like I've always thought this to myself, but I never said it to anybody, right? The father of mixed martial arts is obviously Bruce Lee, right?
Okay.
I think that's something that everybody would kind of agree with. He's kind of the very first person to kind of introduce it and make it mainstream.
Okay.
Right?
Fair point. Fair point.
And he's a philosopher, right? So people talk about he didn't fight for real, he's just an actor. Okay, we can, you know what I'm saying, not discuss his skill level, but we will take his mindset and his philosophy in absolute very, very, very serious. You know what I mean? And his most famous quote is,
"Move like water."
Move like water. Water can flow, and water can crash. You know what I mean? And he said, "Be water, my friend." He said, "Be water," right? I think in the fight game, there's only one person that's become water, and I think that's Anderson Silva.
I love
Nobody's become water. Nobody who else has become water. John is undefeated. But he's not water. You know what I'm saying? He's a complete fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's wrestling with his. But you know what I'm saying? He's not. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't become water. When you see Anderson in his prime, that's the closest thing. Like I've never seen anybody enter the Matrix. I thought that was fiction. The closest human being to enter the Matrix was Anderson Silva when he fought Forrest Griffin. When he fought Forrest Griffin, that's the closest thing that I've seen to the
It
Matrix.
wasn't Keanu Reeves. It
you know
was
what I'm saying?
Keanu Reeves.
No, man. No, like in real life, I was like, if that's the closest thing to the. If that's not water, I don't know what is. And then Anderson Silva, you talk about a guy who didn't have any size advantage, nor reach advantage, nor height advantage. He was a middleweight, and he was kind of just the same height as everybody else. He wasn't shorter, but he wasn't like massively taller. John has the height and the reach.
6'4".
Izzy has the height and the reach. You know what I mean? He's got those. And to say that does not matter, that's false. I can tell you, as a fighter, that absolutely matters.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Anderson didn't have any of that. But
and he started at 31.
Yeah.
In the UFC.
Yeah, in the UFC. You know what I mean? And but even with no advantage, you know what I'm saying? And they always talk about the steroids this and steroids that. But look at his physique, man. Like that guy was so skinny. Like steroids were like what? You know what I mean? And okay, maybe he took steroids, but it only started popping after he broke his leg. And at that time, USADA was getting so much strict. There were people who were popping for like literally like Tylenol and stuff, right?
Right.
We don't know. So that's why I never really paid attention to the whole like, oh, if you're taking steroids and all that, because I want to focus on you, like as your style. Like, how did you fight? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Anderson Silva like stylistically done it better than anybody else. I've never seen anything more natural in my life. So natural, man. When Bruce Lee said, "Be like water," he's the only person that become water.
You know what?
The only person that become water.
Hey, he put in a good case.
You know what I mean?
He put in a good case.
And that's just for me. Obviously, some like other people have different viewpoints, and that's, you know what I'm saying. That's the whole. That's the thing that's great about the whole greatest of all time discussion. So many opinions and such a hot topic. That's just for like me.
It would never be like this thing where someone's just the GOAT, everybody decides.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know, like for me, like when it comes to the whole undefeated and record thing, for me, Floyd Mayweather, I consider him the GOAT. However,
that's the greatest boxer of all time for me.
But however, for a long time it was Muhammad Ali. Like what you said when you talk about Bruce Lee and that influence.
He's also like, I don't want to say one of the only ones, but I feel like he's one of, because I know in boxing there's been tremendous like boxers, right?
Boxing was the black man's
sport. So I don't want to give the same be like water like reference to boxing, because like, first of all, like I watch boxing. I think I know a good amount about boxing, especially the current boxing right now. But I'm not a professor at it. I don't know it as much as I do know MMA and soccer, right? But for me, he's also one of those people that like done it like anybody like that, like nobody else. For me, he separates from everybody else. He separates from Muhammad Ali, and I absolutely love Muhammad Ali, right? Like, put the fighting aside, right? Look at what he's done as a person, right? He's just the person to admire. If there was a person like, if it's a perfect person for you to admire, it's Muhammad Ali, down like hands down, right? At the same time, Floyd Mayweather takes that all day, man. Like I said, it's about how it's done, man. It's not just about, you know what I'm saying? your achievements or how much people love you or hate you. It's about what do you do in the ring? What do you do as your profession?
I agree.
That guy is untouchable.
I mean, Floyd Mayweather, he fought 23 world champions.
Bro,
in his
he's
career.
Untouchable.
You know what I mean? But I would just say this from Muhammad Ali, and I think people need to understand one of the reasons that made Muhammad Ali great was, one, during his time period, he was arguably the best heavyweight during the greatest era of heavyweight boxing.
Yeah.
Okay, I want people to understand that. And then two, he took a stance in not fighting in the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
And it cost him, and it was against his religion, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's a bunch of things. Yeah, I don't know in particular, but I know that he didn't want to go to the war because he thought it was a bad thing.
It was a bad thing. Yeah. So he lost 4 years of his prime. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So who knows what kind of fighter Muhammad Ali would have been.
So okay. Now, when you put it in that perspective, right, you can give Muhammad Ali a little bit of a there's a little pass there.
A little.
He's got a, you know what I'm saying? He's got a cushion to like sit on.
A little cushion.
But,
but we talking about Floyd.
Life is not fair, right? And life is life, and life goes on. I'm pretty sure there's some things that, you know what I'm saying, that have probably went bad for Floyd Mayweather too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's probably not all smooth sailing for him. No. Right? I know he's went to jail and everything, and he's dealt with, you know, his mom, you know, being kind of a drug addict and all that. So he's probably, I'm very, very much sure that he's dealt with a lot of hardship as well.
And he's ended up on top every time.
But like it's not even the achievement. Like you said, like he fought like how many world champions?
20 champions.
Bro, put that aside. Like I told you, bro, don't even speak about achievements. Okay. It's just like the art, man. Like the thing that he does in there. It's the same as Anderson Silva. Like nobody's water. Like, man, nobody. It's like he's like at another level. He's seen things before like it even happens. Like his pullback counter. That's like his most famous basically punch, right? He pulls back and he goes with a straight right. I absolutely love that combo. When you slow it down in slow motion, man, it's like he seemed like he knew the guy was gonna do it before he even done it, and that's why it's so perfect. Like his head is out of the way, and the guy hasn't even thrown the punch yet, but he just knows that the guy's committed. He's put his mind to it. He's gonna throw that punch, and you know what I'm saying. And then Floyd is gonna counter with it. Like, man, like it's just his style and his technique, and him as a fighter in the ring, not his achievements and not his record. He's just his style. Yeah, his skill level is unmatched by anybody else. No, like nobody can like he's gotten hit how many times? Like 3 or 4. He hasn't gotten hit like that.
He's never touched the ground.
Never. But not even touched obviously that. But like, yeah, how many times has he actually gotten stung? I think like 4 or 5 maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, you know dude, I mean? For 50 fights at the highest level.
That's true. Hey, look, respect.
Yeah,
respect.
Man. To me, he's undisputed, man. Undisputed. Greatest of all time.
So when it comes to style and influence, because that's what makes a fighter great. Not only what they do inside the ring, but also what they do outside the ring. So for you, with everything that's happened in Sudan, how do you plan to use your style in the ring to affect and change what you do outside to inspire your people in Sudan? What would you say to the people of Sudan right now? And how do you plan on using your skill set to inspire them?
It's a question that has layers, right? There's a couple of different things. But I say mainly just to kind of keep on doing what I've been doing now. You know what I mean? Like what I've done in my championship fight, you know what I mean? Like continue doing what I'm doing, having success, fighting, right? Displaying my skill set, waving my flag high, right? In front of everybody, in front of the whole world. You know what I mean? And then just trying to inspire the country as much as I can. You know what I mean? Trying to like give as much positivity as I can. You know what I mean? Whatever the matter is. You know what I mean? I just want people to be positive, so there can be more people like myself, right? Like that's the one thing like that I've always had in my mind, and that's why I've always just had a passion for just becoming an athlete, right? First it was soccer, then now is fighting, but you know they're all sports, right? I've had a passion, just wanted to become an athlete. Why? Because I feel like every other country, you know, like they've had that athlete they've had that athlete. You know what I mean? Like they've had somebody, even at least one person. You know what I mean? That kind of popped. Like he went like international, like well known, like mainstream, right? We don't have that. We don't have that. We have athletes. We have soccer players, professional soccer players that play professional and all that, but they've never hit the next level. Not a single one of them. Not a single one of them hit the next level. Not nobody. You know what I mean? And I believe there's a Sudanese soccer player. He's Sudanese, but he was born in Qatar, I think, and he's doing really, really well. Like he's there. You know what I mean? But he's not representing our country. He's representing Qatar, right? Because it's like he was born there, and he's, you know, and the next World Cup is gonna be in Qatar, right? And so that I feel like it's been a plan all along to kind of make sure that they develop the best kind of youth system. You know what I'm saying? Like he was born there and he played in their youth system, Qatar. But he is Sudanese. His parents are Sudanese. Both his parents are Sudanese. His best friend is actually my friend as well. He lives just probably like 10 or 15. No, I was like maybe 10 or 12 minutes from this studio. His best friend. He's from Qatar. Okay. He's like his family's from Qatar, but he's from Sudan as well, right? And that's his best friend. Like they grew up together. But he stayed in Qatar and pursued his soccer career, and he came here. Saleh, shout out to my friend Saleh, and that's his best friend, man. Like it's his best friend. That guy's popping right now. Like he's getting ready to go mainstream, like mainstream. But he's not representing Sudan. You know what I'm saying? He's representing Qatar.
Right.
And so yeah, we don't have that. You know what I mean? And I want to break through. Like I want to be that person. I want to break through, and I feel like that's a part of the reason why I've gotten so much pop from my people, so much support. Not just because I supported them in the hard times, the revolution and everything, but they also like, wow, like this guy is not in Sudan. He's not in, you know what I'm saying, in Africa or in Egypt or in the Middle East, because there's people doing that there. This guy's in America. When it comes to sports, this is number one. This country is number one, right? That's not a question. Like the United States dominates sports. Like soccer is the most popular sport, but you guys have more of the most popular ones.
Absolutely.
So like your number threes and the number 4, the number 2, and the number 5, they're all here. Your basketball and football, you know what I'm saying? All that. It's here. Like America. ESPN, you feel me? Everybody knows what like ESPN is. So for them to see me do it here in America against Americans, fighting Americans, this guy is actually competing with the Americans. Like that's where sports is, you know what I mean? Like and he's winning and he became a champion. Wow, you know what I mean? I feel like that's something too. That's a part of it. And it's like I said, it's coming from that. We don't really have that athlete. And I've always wanted that athlete. Not just me, like, you know what I'm saying? If it's gotta be somebody else, so be it. But I just want somebody. I want somebody from my country to go mainstream. And I'm putting myself in a position to, you know what I mean? Like try as hard as I can, put in as much work as I can, and just give it my all to try to make that happen. And inshallah, we'll make that happen.
If that becomes you, how do you plan on using that to impact your people?
Inspire them. Just have more people, you know what I'm saying, follow kind of my footstep, not in fighting, but just in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done it, you can do it too. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to be a fighter, go be a fighter. You know what I mean? If you want to be a soccer player, go be a soccer player. If you want to be an actor, if you want to be a, you know what I'm saying? Or if you want to go to college, go to college. You know, if you want to become a doctor, go. You know what I'm saying? There's enough doctors in like Sudan. I'll tell you about that. There's enough doctors and engineers and all that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Oh yeah, like I said, man. Like the mindset and the culture in my country, it's always to go to school, become a doctor or an engineer, and that's something that my parents kind of instilled in me too. But I was just resistant. I'm stubborn enough to where I fought that, man. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do what I feel like doing. I'm gonna do what I feel like. You know what I mean? Like my heart is telling me to do. If I see something and you're telling me about something and I'm thinking about it and my heart is like it's rejecting it, right? Because it's feelings. Like I can't lie to myself. Like I said earlier, if it's not telling me like this is not it, if it's telling me this is not it, then this is not it. If it's telling me like yeah, let's do this, let's want to do that with fighting or with soccer or with like whatever, then that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
That's beautiful.
So yeah, and it's like it's not a bad thing. Like I said, if you want to go to college, please go. You know what I mean? But I want to inspire my people in Sudan to think a little bit outside of the box, man. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need it. You don't need it. You know what I mean? Like, how many people have become rich, not just from sports, from just other like business ventures or whatever? I think they dropped out of high school. Some dropped out of high school. Some of them just finished high school, no college. They still became millionaires, man. It's not about hard work and persistence and just wanting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, putting the time and the effort in learning and like perfecting whatever it is that you decide to do. That's it. That's what I want to inspire my people to do.
That's amazing.
Because like they're too focused on, you know what I mean, like school, and they're too focused on what their parents or what other people are telling them to do. Like other people, like in my country, man, like the one thing is, like, it's not really like privacy is not a, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, we have privacy, right? But it's such a brotherly, like, culture. Everybody's brother. You know what I'm saying? That they feel like, you know what I'm saying? They can tell anybody like, yo, man, don't do that. Do this, do that. You know what I mean? No, listen to me, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's that type of vibe. And that's what I instill, like, in my people's minds, the next generation, or even this generation, or even the generation that, you know what I'm saying? People who are older than me, you know what I mean? Like, do what you want to do. Pursue it. If you want to become an athlete, become an athlete. Become an athlete. It's possible. Don't even look at myself, right?
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen the Francis Ngannou podcast with Joe Rogan. Have you seen it?
I have not seen it yet.
It came. I think they did a podcast about 3 weeks ago. You need to see that podcast, man.
I will.
He talks about his journey from Cameroon all the way to France. Right? He did not go legally. I don't know if you noticed that.
He's got a beautiful story.
His story is the most incredible story I've ever heard in my entire life. I can't believe you didn't see it. You gotta go see it. You gotta go see that.
I'm gonna see it.
Go watch the Joe Rogan Experience. Francis Ngannou. He's gonna fight for the belt, I think, in 2 weeks or a week. Go watch the story, man. If that guy made it, anybody can make it. Dude, it's absolutely, like, it's sad, but at the same time, like, it gives you so much, like, happiness and love. Like, I cannot believe that you went through all that and you still made it. How did you go? Like, you went through all that? Then that means I've got no excuse. What's my excuse? What's everybody's excuse? What's everyone's excuse? If you're not Francis Ngannou or somebody who's done what that guy did, you've got no excuse, man. Like, just go watch the podcast, and people who've seen the podcast, they know exactly what I'm talking about. Go watch the podcast, man.
I will.
Dude, I was shedding tears, man. I'm not even gonna lie, I was shedding tears, man. It was too powerful. Too powerful, man. Like, things that you can't even imagine. Like, I cannot believe this guy went through this.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So,
sir.
yeah.
Where can the people follow you on social media? Because they need to follow your journey. They need to see what you're doing.
Okay.
His brother, he's doing great things, man.
Social media, you can follow me on Instagram, Omio the Don. That's OMIIYO the Don. THEDON. Omio the Don. On Facebook, I'm just Omar Hassan. OMER Hassan, HASSAN. And those are. I mean, I have Snapchat and all that. I don't have a Twitter. I've never really been into Twitter like that. But yeah, those are just my only two kind of social medias: Facebook and Instagram. So
I got you. Well, thank you very much for your time,
Thank
brother.
you for having me, man. It was an awesome conversation,
man.
man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, brother.
I've spoken to you in the gym, and it was a great conversation. Just same, man.
I mean, I had to bring it back.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
man. Fantastic, man. It was a good conversation and absolutely fantastic talking to you, man. Absolutely.
I always love hearing about stories with brothers, especially people who were born in Africa and had those experiences and come over here.
Yeah, I've seen that in you. Like, you have, like, a creative mind, and that's very, very awesome, man. Somebody who just wants to learn about things and different cultures and that.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, man. Absolutely awesome talking to you, man. My brother.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely,
my brother, man.
Yes, sir.
You're listening to the Sports Cycle on 105.1 Live. Peace, y'all.
Sir.
Yeah, man. That was
awesome, man. That was absolutely tremendous, man.
Thank you, man.
Wow.
I honestly, brother, like, I'm always inspired because, man, like you, Africa, that's where I'm from.
Yeah.
I'm American. I'm American, you know.
Africa's where you're from.
Africa's
where you're from.
You know what I'm saying?
That's your home. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's my home.
That's your soil. That's what I call it. I call Sudan my soil.
Yeah.
Like, that's where I grew, like a tree. A tree grows from, you know what I'm saying, from the ground. Whichever soil it grew out of, that's where the tree's from. It's the same thing for everybody.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Where you came out, that's your soil, that's your home. Your home is Africa, so is mine.
Yes.